Well, it's been at least 3 days since I've uploaded a video, perhaps a bit longer than that. Apologies for my absence, but now I am getting a queue of videos going, and for the foreseeable future, we're going to be having a lot of great content. Today, I want to talk about why you might want to split face in Alibre Atom. The split face is not an explicit command, but we have the tools for it in Pro and Expert. And then in the next video, we'll talk about how to split face. So let's get started. So let's talk about why you may want to split surface in Alibre. And in the next video, we'll go through how to split surface. There is not a dedicated command in Alibre that is just meant to split a surface for you, but you can do it. And here's an example of one that I did. So we have a split surface that spells out the channel name across a curvy surface, and if you zoom way in, you can see that there's no extrude cuts or projects or anything like that. And why would we want to do that? Well, first, you can create colorful labels. Let me pull up another one that seems to look pretty nice. Here we have, no geometry added to this, no extrudes or cuts, and we're able to give colors to this. So split face is able to give labels or logos or things like that a lot of meaning here. We also would want to split face when it comes to geometry. Let me pull up an example of that. So this is a toothbrush holder, much like the ones that my daughters have for their toothbrushes. And if I roll this back, right, we have a split face for the two slots that the toothbrushes go in. And so we can select those faces and shell it out and add our finishing features. Now, an astute viewer would say, yeah, you probably could add a shell without selecting any faces. And if you add a shell without selecting any faces, then it just becomes hollow. And you can extrude cut through the hollowness, right? So there's multiple ways to accomplish your goals, but you can use split face, or create split faces at least in Alibre, to be able to select things to create geometry from, so it's not just about splitting a face and coloring it. But there are even more reasons why you may want to split face. So here I have a linear carriage. Let's say that I have a rod that's going to push on this face and another rod that's going to push on this face. And then when it comes at the very end, it'll bottom out on this face. Let's say we're dealing with a lot of forces and we may want to do an analysis. But when we go to set our boundary conditions, it would be this whole face unless we can select something specific. If I try to make a little extrude cut, even a small one like a 10,000th of an inch, that can still affect our meshing quite significantly and skew the results and integrity of our analysis. So small extrudes or cuts are not good solutions if you're trying to do a finite element analysis of some kind, but split face is able to generate the patches where we would have contact and set our boundary conditions without needing to change the integrity of our geometry. So in this case, right, I can simply split face, and there we go. When we go into an analysis, we can certainly put down those two patches for the forces that will be acting on our part. Let's take a look. Now, here I am with this part imported on, and I'm on the finite element section of FreeCAD. And what I can do is grab, say, a force, which is right there, and I can select these faces to add a force, when normally I'd be selecting that whole face. That would not be an accurate representation of the study. So I'll reverse the direction and apply it. And now we have both fixed constraints and we have forces acting on our model. This is a great way to be able to specify exactly where we want forces to be. Now I need to simplify this model a great deal so that it's actually analyzable in a realistic way. These threads aren't going to be very good to have in our model when we go to mesh it, but you get the idea that split face really allows us to add the kinds of boundary conditions that we need for analysis. And there's even some more things. Let's take a look. Perhaps I need to portray my product in a very realistic way. Let's send this to a render in KeyShot. So there we have it in KeyShot, and it makes our renders even better because now I can go over here to, say, Paint, and I can say, I'll have a bright yellow paint here, and black paint here and all these, and then I can go to metal and make this an aluminum, right? And so we have very realistic looking box without altered geometry. When we go to make something picture perfect, split face is a great tool to be able to have. So those are some reasons why we might want to do split face. It allows us to be able to add labels and visual aspects to our parts to make renders more realistic, to have integrity in our finite element analysis studies, and we can even use the split face for geometry, like in the girl's toothbrush holder case. So hopefully that is helpful as to why split face can be a very handy thing. And in the next video, which I think I'm going to put up very, very soon, we're going to talk about exactly how to split face. Thank you for watching. If this was helpful, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.